This episode brought to you by the 80s, where the girls were drunk and high and spraying all that shit in their hair, and they just did not even care that they were having sex with a dead guy.
Hey everybody, we're about to watch Weekend at Bernie's, and you are listening to Miscast Commentary.
Oh, yes, you are.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Findlay and Todd Murray.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Findlay.
And I'm Todd Tebow the Sailor Murray.
And we are excited to bring another summer blockbuster here. And by blockbuster, we don't really mean blockbuster, except you could have gotten it at Blockbuster.
Yes.
But it took place during the summer.
I found this movie in a dumpster behind the old haunted Blockbuster.
Yes, it was haunted by Bernie.
Oh, yeah.
So he just sat there.
It could be Weekend at
Well,
Bernie's
weird
3 right
squint.
there, man.
Yeah. I don't know why. More often than not, I am acting out, like, facially, what I'm doing.
Oh, sorry, that seemed like it was really...
Yeah.
I gotta sit back here.
It's fine.
It's
But,
cracked out my brain.
but yeah, I have a real problem with being visual
have a
on
fucking
this
problem
nice
with it.
audio podcast. I don't know. I think I'm too pretty for this.
I think you're much too pretty for this radio game.
My wife disagrees. But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Let's leave my
You know when
sadness
they say
aside.
you're ugly, they're like, oh, you got a face for radio. What's the opposite? Like, you're gorgeous, but your voice sucks, and you're on the radio.
I guess
You got
like
a
for
voice
silent
for-
film.
Yeah,
Got a
there
face
you
for
go.
you got a voice for silent film.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I like that. Where's the camera, man? Been
What?
fucking flexing for like 5 minutes here, and there's nothing even there.
It's been a busy weekend for me, so we did not charge the camera to do any video style.
Unbelievable. You're too busy
capture.
making your softcore pornography.
Oh, I know, but it's been a crazy weekend, and I also took the memory card out so I could take a lot of photos of the flood down in Port Lucie.
The flood.
Yeah, so
Ooh, we got the rains coming down here tonight. Let me tell you, tonight, I mean like the whole week.
yeah, it
It's
has
like
been,
a month of rain.
it has been pissing here, and it's been pissing at a lot of places, and we're sure you're all dead by now. So
Or you're pissed.
yeah. So any low listenership, I'm blaming on that for the next little
Blame it
while.
on me.
Nice.
Fuck it.
Fuck you, Todd.
Right on.
You blew it again.
I sure did. Right in my pants.
It's the first thing you do. You get off of Twitter. You get off of here, and then you just start tweeting. You're like, I hate everyone who listens to our show. Fuck you guys.
Oh no, I go way further than that. I actually spend all of my money. I got a lot of money from this old lady that I married, and then she died. See, you can't see, but I did finger things and was also winking at Joe because I killed her for the money. Anyways, so all this money, I go to their houses and I really bug the shit out of them. I'm like, how can you listen to us? You're a deplorable piece of shit.
Yeah.
I have like a big Gene Shalit nose on. I'm like, hey, you're a piece of crap. They don't even notice it's me.
Nice. But then he leaves a calling card afterwards.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it would be
says
disappointing.
Miscast Commentary. See
Yeah.
you next time.
We're
Keep watching.
I'll be back next week, asshole.
Reach for the stars.
Awesome. So let us watch a dead guy be dragged around for our entertainment. As of right now,
Oh yeah.
let's press play. I haven't pressed it yet.
Good dragons, eh? We're dragging a fucking dead guy around for the ladies.
We are rocking and rolling. Granada home video.
Yeah, here at Camp Granada. What are we doing here?
We're gonna watch some sweet. What?
Oh, we're starting.
We've started.
You know, this is the fastest like we've ever started. I thought something was going on. Like you were gearing something up.
I'm trying to
Holy fuck.
really get us rolling on this one.
You have to show this movie on like the hottest day of the summer. That's when you should put this one out. Because this one's for those hot days, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, back in the 80s.
I'm feeling it right now because I got the window closed. It's cool outside, but not cold.
Look at
and
the
I got
socks
heat
on this guy.
blasted.
He's got to keep the socks pulled way the shit
Yeah.
up there.
That is your standard New York landlord, according to film and TV.
You know, like after Flava Flav's clock, after that fad went away, it was cool for about a month and a half to carry a dead guy around with you.
Yeah.
It was like, you're not cool unless you're carrying a dead man around with you.
Actually, as you're about to find out, like sooner than later, that is not completely untrue.
Oh, I know. Dragging dead people around way before it was cool, and way after.
So yeah, this movie, it's directed by Ted Kochev. He's a Toronto-born director, a Canadian
Yes.
boy. Yeah,
Oh.
he did the original Fun with Dick and Jane, not the Jim Carrey Tia
Oh,
Leone
the one
version.
with
No, probably other Jim Carrey.
I see. I've seen it. It's got what's his name. Anyways, never mind.
But
But
yeah.
Just Shoot Me. He was in Seagal. George Seagal.
There you go. I love this. It
He's like, you know
the
what?
blow it. Yeah, the blow
You're
it.
right.
Yeah.
He's like, you're right.
Yeah, it
It's
is
too hot for this shit.
Screw it.
Yeah.
But also Ted Kochev directed First Blood. The
No.
original. So the guy who directed the first Rambo movie also directed this movie.
You know what?
Yeah.
You've given some really good trivia. I
Yeah.
really like that one.
Yeah.
That is an awesome one.
That is just like I feel like it's the biggest disparity in the history of film.
No, you know what's a good one too? There's the buddy who did Miller. He did Babe and he
Yeah.
did Mad Max.
Oh yeah,
That's a good
great,
one, too.
That is a great one.
I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really wrap my head around it. And then you get like a James Gunn who does Guardians of the Galaxy and did like
Yep.
Slither, was it? Yeah.
Yep.
And then working.
yeah,
on,
you're right. He did do
Tromeo and
Slither. Tromeo.
Juliet, yeah.
He started as Troma, baby.
Yeah, like it's just
We'll talk about that. You went and saw Guardians in our
Yeah.
next mini thingy.
yeah.
Oh, the
We'll be
corporate
talking.
life, eh? This is Joe going to work with his I Love New York fucking plastic bag and his shorts on.
I do wear shorts to
Throwing
work.
garbage around.
Our elevator section is nicer than that, though. I think.
Ooh, and your underling is way better looking than that guy.
No, it is Andrew McCarthy.
Oh,
Works
it's
for
really,
me.
it's really him.
It's legitimately him. But yeah, Andrew McCarthy, anybody who doesn't know, one of the original members of the Brat Pack, was in St. Elmo's Fire, Pretty in Pink. He was in the original Mannequin. Actually,
Did he do the worst out of the Brat Packers? Do you think?
It
Is he
depends
the
on-
lowest ranking member now?
well, it depends on how you feel. He's actually
He's
a
like
director.
the you god.
He's a
of
director
the Brat
now.
Pack.
I liked you, God.
I did too,
Even big.
actually, but I just threw
Yeah.
someone, one of the lower ranking members in there.
No, I know, but yeah, he's actually a director now. He's directed like The Blacklist, Orange is the New Black.
Oh, is that like what? Like all of them?
Well, multiple episodes. Like he's got like.
well, good for you, bud.
So
okay,
he's-
I mean, I
he's
take
done.
that back. Maybe it's Demi.
Yeah. He was also in. He was also in Mulholland Falls and the Joy Luck Club. If anybody cares about that, Less Than Zero. So he's got some stuff.
Oh.
Jonathan Silverman is the loser of these two, though. He was in
I
Caddyshack
never
2.
in a million years thought anybody would say that.
So here it is. I'm saying it right now. He was in Caddyshack 2. He was in Death Becomes Her for his small role. He was in.
That was an awesome movie.
He was in a TV show called The Single Guy.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah.
Was that on Fox? I gotta way back up. I can't
yeah.
hear us as good as we used to be able
There you
to.
go.
I think I'm rocking the microphone out. Anyways, continue.
Well, I can turn that down.
Crank it.
Okay. And then most recently, he was on the HBO comedy Getting On. That was just on like last year, year before that. I can't
Oh my
remember.
god, he's drinking a Coors Banquet.
Yeah.
That's before we got it here.
Oh, really?
No shit.
Well, how long? Yeah, I mean, this was.
It was
ages ago.
because we forever would have Coors Light,
Yes.
and I always wondered where's Coors. And we used to have Coors in Canada. They got rid of it, and then it recently came back like a year, 2 years, 3 years ago, or something.
Mm-hmm.
And there it is. Well, my lord, a blast from the past.
We have actually shared more beer trivia than I would care to think we would have. Because even in Marked for Death, we were talking about like Dos Equis for a while or whatever
Oh
it was.
yeah, the Dos Equis. Like, he's getting fucking
Yeah.
tar all over the numbers here, brah.
Yeah.
How's the boss thing gonna give us like? Oh my god.
There, Robert Klein was the writer of this movie. He also wrote European Vacation, the sequel to National Lampoon's
He wrote
Vacation.
this.
He wrote
European
this.
Vacation's got a lot of boobs in
Yeah.
it. That was a good one.
He wrote Weekend at Bernie's 2 as well. He wrote on the Tracy Ullman show, not like the original Tracy Ullman
Right.
show, but the one Tracy Takes On that
Yes.
came later.
Yep.
And he wrote a sequel. I guess he was commissioned to write a sequel to Grease that did not get made.
Grease 3?
No, Grease 2 wasn't this script. It was he wrote the script and they
Like,
didn't
he
use
wrote a
it.
treatment for Grease 2.
Yeah, and it was called Greasier. And I'm not kidding. That's not
You for
that's
real?
not me being funny. It was called Greasier.
Grease. You thought it was greasy in the first one.
Yeah.
Well, now.
But now, given the time of like the time it was made and all that kind of stuff, who do you think this movie was originally for? Like the
do you
two
mean?
the two
Like-
lead
like
roles, the two guys.
Oh, like who was gonna get
These
the
two
lead
guys.
roles?
Yeah, who this was written with two people in mind.
Okay, so I'm gonna say Buddy's Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. is Jonathan Silverman's
Yeah.
role.
And then Buddy's Michael J. Fox.
That would have been amazing. This was originally meant for the two Coreys.
Oh,
Corey
my
Feldman and
Lord.
Corey Haim.
They were too busy making Dream Machine.
Yeah, probably.
Good call, actually. Good call.
You guys did
No
great.
way.
No, I feel like
Screw
Corey
that.
Haim would have survived if they made this movie.
So what else did the buddy that directed this do? Just this and First Blood?
He did this, First Blood. He's a producer on Law & Order SVU. He had some other stuff I never
So
heard
is that
of.
that's the rape one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one where Ice-T just goes, her anus is bleeding. I don't know. I don't know. I was going to try. I was thinking in my head about doing an Ice-T.
Hey, that looks like Kelly LeBrock.
It does
not
look like
her,
Kelly LeBrock. That's Catherine Mary Stewart. You might recognize her from a movie we did well, not recently, but during our course here, The Last Starfighter.
I was thinking, you know, she looks like Elizabeth Shue. I kept, right when I saw her, I kept thinking Back to the Future.
Yeah. She's in the Canon Films bomb The Apple, which is a musical.
Oh my God, the apple. Remember the
Yeah.
pickle?
No, I don't remember.
You think we could pull those suits off?
Well, I could pull them
Which
off
one
of
would
him.
you wear if we had to pick? They'd be perfectly sized for each of us when we put it on. Which one would you choose?
Like, well, I have to wear Jonathan Silverman's. I can't wear that the checkerboard plaid.
I wanted to be that guy back in the 80s that's wearing pink.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I had a picture
Owning
when
it.
I was when I was little, and I didn't
Yeah, but when
buy
you're
my own
little,
clothes.
nobody doesn't, you know.
Yeah, nobody allowed
They
me.
can't say anything about your pink shirt now, buddy.
But yeah, she was also she tried out for Cherry Valance in The Outsiders and lost that role to Diane Lane. She was in Days of Our Lives. She was also in Nighthawks with Stallone.
And Rutger Hauer.
Those eyes got her through. Yes, Rutger Hauer. I'm sorry. I'm the one who fails. If you ever trying to figure out who's who, don't make it the bald one and the one with glasses or anything like that. Make it the guy who doesn't mention Rutger Hauer and the guy who does.
That's it. That's how you tell us apart.
That's how you do. You're the one who doesn't mention.
Hey, there's that guy from Jason. That guy's a
That's
scumbag.
There it is.
Look at that little cigarette.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I think it's a cigarello.
Oh my
But,
God.
But yeah, that's Terry Kaiser. As Todd mentioned, he was in Friday the 13th, Part 7, where he played the doctor who tried to make the girl with telekinesis do her thing, like unleash her powers.
They would sell these roles to you, like,
Yeah.
you know, as an actor. Like, what the fuck?
And while Andrew McCarthy was in Mannequin, Terry Kaiser was in Mannequin 2.
Oh my Lord, he was?
He was the bad guy in Mannequin 2.
Man, I could be the bad guy in Mannequin too.
Yeah. It's interesting. He also played...
On the Move.
He played football. Yep, that's the one. He played football for the University of Kansas.
He did? He's a little Rudy guy. Look at him.
And he went in on a drama scholarship, which has got to be a very rare thing.
From drama to
he gets
the friggin'...
He gets a drama scholarship and gets on the team.
That's how he did it, buddy. He's faking it. He was acting like that hot dog looks disgusting.
Yeah. So does that dress.
Oh, I kind of like it.
That guy looked like looked like John Waters, who was seating them.
That looks like look at that guy in the background. there
Little
to the
Lou
left.
Ferrigno.
He looks like the Fist of the North Star. What's that guy's name?
The second time you have claimed somebody
This guy,
in one
he's
of our movies.
everywhere,
has
this
been
guy.
Fist of the
That's
North
him. I'm telling you, I'm probably right. I was right about that lady from the fucking crazy house.
Ever since you got hit by that car that was carrying nothing but Fist of the North Star DVDs, you only
He's even right, man.
your superpower is weird.
Put my fist up your North Star.
Oh my!
Oh my.
I hope that's
I just think
true.
something huge is gonna rumble in the background now. Like that looks like totally like oh, we gotta keep running into each other like this.
I know. I really want one of those.
Sir, there's tar all over these things. I can't open the pages.
They really missed the mark by not having your pages are stuck together.
Right?
Thing, right? It's like they keep talking about the big weekend they had. Like, we worked all weekend, but we brought our work home with us, and then and the pages are all stuck
They're all
together.
exactly. A dirty man. Ooh.
Ooh. Look at.
That is a wonderful. Look at how young he is there, eh?
I know, he's just a kid, man.
What year did this movie come out?
88, 89?
So this is near the end of the Brat Pack's reign of terror.
Yeah.
Or is this in the middle? Like the St. Elmo's Fire and all those were already out?
It was on the down. Yeah, it was all that stuff was out. So this is definitely on the downward slope. He's an adult now.
Demi was doing a lot of stuff at the time.
Yes.
Who else was in there? Oh, Rob Lowe's always going to be. It doesn't matter how many 13-year-old Rob Lowe is going to fucking get caught. He's Rob Lowe.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, you're cool. Even they even let Roman Polanski back.
Yeah.
Like, hey, enough times again, but you're cool. But you're not. But he's not as good looking as or charming as Rob Lowe, so he had to wait a lot of time.
Yeah. Ugly directors do not get to have this thing.
Nope.
This used to be a beautiful office.
Used to be. What you talking about, man?
Yeah. It looks like the den of a crazy person now.
It looks like the den of that guy. He's like the hunter and he's super rich and it's all gold and he's got all these I killed this Mayan shaman and put his head on my wall.
Yeah.
It's Craven.
I remember I've never been called to the big boss's office, like that kind of thing, right? But I remember one time I'm sitting at work. I work in master control at a TV station, if I haven't mentioned that enough times. And this guy comes in, and he's wearing like camo fishing waders, like the rubber pants thing, and he's just standing there.
And I'm like, bloody hook in his hand.
There's very few people who have access to our building, so it's really weird. And the guy's just standing there.
Is the bad guy from the Last Action Hero?
If only. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, hi. And I was fairly new at the time. And he's like, hi, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good. How you doing? What can I do for you? Why are you here? And he's just talking about stuff. And he's like, oh, you working this weekend? Oh, that's rough. Blah blah blah. And then he leaves, and then another guy comes in. He's like, "Oh, what was this guy doing here?" I don't want to name him. Just he's not
right,
he did it,
right?
But and he's like, "What was he doing here?" And then that's when I realized it was the vice president of the entire company. Just wandered in,
sweet,
and he was going on some weird fishing trip. Apparently,
he's wearing lipstick and eye makeup.
Yeah,
smells strangely like a strip club. He's wearing fish waders.
Yeah,
like what the hell? He's got a fishing line with a dildo on the end. You're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what are you doing in here?
What are you fishing for? I'm not telling, but I promise I'll catch it.
Exactly, some eccentric bizgillionaire.
Yeah, that is a powerful mustache.
That is. Is that real? It looks real.
Oh, it's absolutely real. He actually, I've seen him in roles since this. When he didn't have the mustache, like he's had it sometimes, he's not had it.
Right.
And when you see it with him without it, it's like completely. It's like when Tom Selleck didn't have it. It blew my mind.
He gets his mustache is so commanding and so powerful. I've actually looked this up. I'm surprised. You might have not have gotten into your notes yet enough to find this one.
I don't have a lot of mustache.
But okay, if you want the powerful presence of his mustache, you pay him slightly less, but he gets a percentage of the box office. Or you can pay him a little bit more, no mustache.
Yeah. This mustache puts asses in seats.
You're damn right. But sometimes when you're like, oh, we got Mr. Tom Hanks here, we can't have that mustache and Tom Hanks in the same scene because nobody's going to know what the fuck's even going on. They're just staring at that beautiful stash.
Yeah,
everybody thinks mustache ride. Question mark upon seeing it.
Yeah. It's true. And you actually can see the question mark just to the right of his face.
You can see everyone questioning their sexuality upon that.
Yeah.
I think we should do, somebody should make a shirt or something where you take the mustache off of him and make a unibrow and then put a sombrero on him. And it says, Happy Mexico Day.
I think anybody with After Effects could probably make that happen.
It was
Happy Mexico Day.
Yeah, it was just Cinco de Mayo.
Well, it was. It was also May the 4th. That was more.
Oh my God, we must have talked about that though before with the Star Wars episode.
We did. Yes.
We should have watched We should have watched a movie with a Mexican flavor to it.
Just
for Cinco de Mayo.
Machete.
Yeah, fuck, man. Something.
Okay, we'll do that next year. So
we should have ate tacos while we watched Weekend at Bernie's. Bernie. Yes. There's a mariachi band playing.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I don't know why my mariachi band was playing Ring of Fire.
I know exactly.
It is what it is.
Western town of El Paso.
The role that like Andrew McCarthy was originally offered the role of Richard, Jonathan Silverman's role. Mm-hmm. He was the first one who was like offered a role in this, and he read the script and just decided he wanted to play them, and they're Yeah, right. Like this
They're
guy,
cool with it.
yeah, sweet. They just wanted him. He was in demand at the time, fresh off that mannequin buzz, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's sweet, man. Look at the little Impala thing he has. I feel like everybody had something like that in the 80s. You know, like a brass
Yeah,
thing, like an animal, like a cat or...
yeah. It looked
That was
like
a thing, man.
It looked like he had a marble scrotum next to it. It's just behind. It's just by his cheek there.
It's called feng shui.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to balance it out.
Always keep nuts next to horns. It will make
So
you
wait,
prosperous.
so why are they getting to go here? He's using them for something.
Well, essentially what happened is they uncovered a huge fraud,
Right.
insurance fraud.
In the books.
So
when they were
he's
doing
inviting
their-
them out, and then we're about to find out. Spoiler alert, guys! Here it comes. Pause us until you watch this part of the movie. Is that he's the one who did it? Like it's like he's a part of it.
He looks pretty like he's really shysting around.
So he's getting his mobster buddies.
Has he ever
take
played
care
like
of
the real nice guy that like helps people?
him.
I bet if there's like a made-for-TV movie out there with him on it.
Yeah,
Love and Life,
with
bringing the
that
soccer team together. He falls in love with the soccer mom.
with that mustache though. I guarantee you no. There's
No,
no
without
way
it.
that mustache has done anything good.
Other than see, that's that big high, man. That big promotion high.
I love just the
Oh
wide.
my lord! Way to ruin dinner.
So we got some.
I've told you before
Yeah.
when we were in the middle of eating at a fancy Italian restaurant in the 80s.
Yeah.
Do not just blurt out, "We have to kill them." You wait until dessert. I told you before, it makes my tummy upset when you yell murder and I'm in the middle of eating all this red sauce.
My tum tum gets it.
You know, like shit.
This
Look at
girl,
her.
this girl here. What's funny is she was in Friday the 13th Part 3. Her name's Catherine Parks.
Did we get to see her naked in that?
I
I
guarantee it.
feel like I've seen her breasts.
Yes.
She looks like Gina Gershon's lesbian clitoris. Look at her. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like
Or
it's
Jennifer Tilly's.
Yeah, it's which in Jade when they were mushed together. That was what
That
they
was
looked-
it. That's what it looked like. I did the sound effects for this movie.
Yeah, that was
Joe right now is actually doing that guitar. That's
It's
why.
Actually, I was really focused
Have-
on tickling Todd's nuts with my
Have
toes.
you ever gotten a toe job under a table or anything? Has anybody ever tickled your fancy under a table like that? Where you're like, woo, in the middle of like.
Back in my yoga days, it used to happen all the time when I'd sit by myself. No, yes, I
That's
can.
the monkey toe technique.
I can honestly say that has occurred.
Oh
won't
my
say
God, yes.
I won't say who.
You can't just say that.
I won't
And then
say
that
it.
tells the story.
No, it was a long time ago.
The
It
worst
was-
part is because he had to yell "mom" like in the middle of dinner, and that ruined the whole thing. Right, your whole dinner was ruined. That's why he doesn't want to tell the story.
I couldn't be more upset now. It was like, God, it was, like it was like I think it was this millennium that it happened. It was. I was in college. I know that much.
Oh, there's been so
I
many
was in
millennia.
college.
I mean, geez.
Yeah, I've crossed several. This guy is, I've got his name down somewhere
Yeah,
here.
nice. I see what you
It's
did there.
Louis John Balvo, because of course that's his last name.
John Balvo.
John Balvo. He was in Airplane 2. He was in See No Evil, Hear No Evil. He was in the movie Gia. He had a short recurring role on General Hospital in 2009. He hasn't done anything since.
Nothing, eh?
No. I don't know why. I think it's because he's dead. But
What about this guy?
the guy on the far left?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Don Calfa, who plays the hitman there. He just died this past December.
He looks like Buddy from SCTV.
Yes,
What?
Joe Flaherty.
Joe Flaherty. There you go.
Yeah, he
Good call.
Yeah, but yeah, he just died. But he was from Return of the Living Dead.
Return
was his thing.
of
He
the
was like
Living.
the
That's it. He was the mortician,
Yes.
the morgue guy.
yeah. He worked at the morgue. And,
It's only brains.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch that one time, right? Return of the
oh, we'll
Living
get
Dead.
there. We'll get there. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I remember Return of the Living Dead 2.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I think, the first one we saw, because that has like they do a thing of Thriller on the bridge at the end, and then there's a bit where he's like, where the zombie version talks the girl into letting him eat her brains. Remember, he's like, "It's
Yeah.
only me," and she's like, "Okay."
Okay.
then he just
sometimes
starts
you just
eating
get
her
tired
brains.
of running.
Yeah. And I feel
You're
like
right. That is the one we've seen versus part two, because the first one is
Yeah.
when the girl gets naked in the cemetery.
yes, you know.
Gets her wish. Look at her. Ooh.
Yeah. Bunny. Because, you know, when you're having an affair, you do it right outside, right out front where there's a window.
Exactly. Well, she doesn't care if she gets caught because she just wants to run away with Bernie.
Bernie's so goddamn handsome that you can't.
How could you? My God.
Yeah, that's power, baby.
Tom Selleck's mustache calls his mustache on the weekend late at night and does heavy breathing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And he's like, oh, I know who this is.
If Tom Selleck and him ever kissed on the mouth with both of their mustaches in full force, there would actually, a black hole would form and the entire earth would collapse on,
Yes,
on itself.
especially if they're in a really dry area. You see it coming from a mile away.
Oh my God.
Like a Tesla coil fired up to 11.
I was gonna say it would look like the nuclear test from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. You just see a fridge flying that contains Harrison Ford.
Every fucking day we're nuking the fridge, baby. Fuck that.
That's gonna be.
Hey, Splinter. They just backed a Splinter out of there.
Splinter. I can't not say that.
And Corey Feldman was in that.
True.
And he was also almost in this movie.
He was almost potentially this person. Although I think Corey Feldman would have been the other one. No, they were considerably young, and they decided they upped the age and made it part of it.
Well, what was the original? They were going to be like kid geniuses on Wall Street or whatever.
No, I think they rewrote the entire beginning. I think it the way it sounds like it was going to be is that they were just at the resort,
or it's like they're my uncle works for this company, and then they somehow accidentally just see him do a backdoor deal, and then he ends up dead or something. Yeah,
something stupid with two Corys.
Kill your only nephews, Corey and Corey.
You got to do that.
Look at the wallpaper in there, man. I like that.
Yeah, I know that looks like it's like part of the Mike Douglas show. Like it's just like not Michael.
Michael Douglas pretends like he has a show.
Yeah,
and Catherine Zeta-Jones has to interview him every day, all day.
Just talking regular Mike Douglas, the other guy who actually had a show.
Michael, look at this place, man. This place looks like the place my grandfather died.
Yeah. It looks like the place that just killed anybody's grandfather. Exactly. We go from the pink hallway to the green kitchen to the brown room.
My Lord, it's Kubrickian.
Yes.
Oh, see that? Okay, good. Well, this is tacky to them. Okay, it looked like it was too a little bit.
She says it's hip. This is styling.
It all comes back.
I actually saw. That's like one of those old stereo
Holy
systems
shit.
there, and I saw one of those online recently for I could have got it for $80. I would not have gotten it because I have no place to put it.
They're wicked though, man. I miss those old TVs that were like that. You had to move. That's why nobody moved back then. So you didn't have to move the fucking TV.
Yeah.
Like you had to rent a crane. Like holy god, your back's out.
Somebody's
back is out.
But if you wanted to binge watch a season of something on Netflix, your face would literally melt like you were looking at the Ark of the Covenant.
Exactly.
It's just second Indiana Jones reference of the day. We're doing okay.
You see, we get two more.
I'm gonna get two more. Okay, I gotta get one from each movie.
One. Yep, and then the next one because there's a new one coming out.
I refuse to believe that Shia LaBeouf's not gonna be in it.
He better not be. My God, he talked a lot of shit about Spielberg. Spielberg better throw his ass in a dumpster.
Yeah. I'm the real power.
You ever seen that video of him going believe in yourself?
Yes.
He's like, yeah, I can put it right in your hand. He keeps do it. Ooh. Do it.
Todd is
kind of like Chris Farley. It's kind of like he's doing a Chris Farley impression. Do it. And he keeps pointing into his hand and he's like, put it in your hand and crush it.
Yeah, a lot of people
like your career, Shia LaBeouf.
A lot of people got their hands on that and really went to town.
Did they? I just saw the other day. I'm way behind on this shit.
It is a thing. It is a gigantic thing.
You see this commercial that's come out recently? They go with app. You know what I'm saying? That shit is. I think it's gonna catch on.
No, you know what? The one that got me right now is one called VIP, where it's like a little spray thing where you spray the toilet before you take.
Gone?
Kind of. It's you spray the toilet the toilet water before you take a dump, and it traps in the scent so you don't stink up the bathroom.
What do I think? This is horrible for the environment.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This must be doing something. Where's the stink going?
It's actually ozone that's been taken, scraped off of it,
put into an aerosol can.
Yeah.
And you spray it, masking it forever.
But it's this girl. Okay, this guy here. This is Ted Kochev. This is the director.
That's the director.
Yeah, playing the dad here. Oh, he looks so goddamn
That
hot.
happens to me all the time. He's a phantom.
I love the idea that he's like, I'm so comfortable with my body. This is how I'm gonna do. It's like, I'm not gonna hire some old.
He
dude
needed a
that-
reason to show himself in this form, so he wrote this whole movie around it.
I feel like the entire purpose, he did this scene, and then when it was over, he walked over exactly like that, sat on the couch next to Catherine there, and was like, "Hey, so how'd you like the view? Did you like it better? Did you like it better coming or going, baby?" Like, and then just went until she got up and left.
Thank God they'd already filmed everything
Yeah,
that they
this-
needed from her.
This was the last scene, and he was arrested immediately after.
It's not the same thing the director of Twilight did
But he nailed that.
on his
acting.
last day.
Yes, I think so.
You're great.
Oh,
There he
no,
goes.
but except he succeeded because he screwed that girl. Oh no, that
That's
was the
right. It
Snow
was the
White
huntsman, yeah.
Yeah, so he did it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're so disgusting because you live at home.
Yeah, what the hell's the problem? Everybody lives at home now.
He
This
should've-
was the 80s.
Well,
You
anywhere
give
you
it
live
10 more
is
years
home,
and now they're all living at home.
guys.
There's Bernie living the fucking dream.
Do you remember boating like this, man? Wasn't that so nice?
I do remember driving a boat in that windbreaker and flicking one of those things
I had
out.
almost look at his ass. This is a good ass. He's doing it right.
Glastron.
Book's called Premiums.
Where did he drive? Was he just going for a drive or did he show up? Ooh,
I think
gotta
he
go check.
I think he showed up.
That was the oldest son from
Yeah.
Home Improvement. Did you see that the Baywatch movie is like rated R? I was like, hey,
Oh,
Pam
yeah.
Anderson right there. It's like a hard R.
Yeah.
In the rated R square, it says graphic nudity,
Yeah.
which means penis.
They better have penis.
If it's women, then they must be muff and gaseous together because like it's not. It's dinks.
It has. To
You
be
can
big.
show full frontal nude women, and it will still say just nudity. If it's it might be even erect penis.
I want it to be The Rock showing off his penis to try and steal the role of Groot away from Vin Diesel for
Baby
Volume
Groot.
3.
Steal the role of baby
No, because
Groot.
it's gonna be older Groot again by this one, right? Like, you gotta expect that he's gonna be old. I expect he's gonna be full aged at that point.
Oh, here comes
Don
You will
Calfa.
not make this shot, jackass. That guy looks just like him too.
He does look. It's the same guy. That was the
He was
same-
wearing like a different suit. I thought it was like his weird looking
No.
brother.
There's a weird thing people do from day to day. They change their clothes.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, is that like a not so subtle hint?
No, you do you, man. I'm just saying.
You think this thing doesn't have smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at that. There's when you come back to your beach house and there's some guy jerking off in a tent.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because this is supposed to be in the Hamptons, but this specific house is in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Wilmington. It is?
Yeah. And then the
There's
inside,
the Asian what was that guy doing?
he was not a.
Buffing the banister?
Yeah,
What was that
essentially.
doing?
Uh,
If it's the 80s, you have to have an Asian guy or a girl just kind of hanging around in your house.
yeah. Well, you know you're worth money if you have servants. That was like the old
No,
Victorian.
they're not
days,
even
right?
your servant. They just have to be there, like for flavor.
Yeah.
They call that David Bowieing.
They're decorations.
Yeah. You know, just have some Asian girls standing around.
Yeah. You buy you get minimalists so that you know they're not going to steal from you.
Yeah,
And they just walk around just enjoying the presents.
That old phone.
Hey there.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Hey there, how you doing? I feel at one with you. He's moving around like
I know he's
early
so
Jim
weird.
Carrey.
Yeah, he's like
He's like, alrighty then. Like, he's really like he's
giving
not,
her.
He's really acting it up with his body. Like, it's wherever, like every
he's fully
move.
committed.
Yeah.
That's why they picked him. That's why they let him have his pick of the litter on this movie, man. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Was that a stunt guy, you think?
Oh yes.
He broke his sternum right off.
100% that was the stunt guy.
I can tell you right now, I've never had to get on a boat like that, but it's been close. I'm not kidding
Yeah.
you. Been pretty close.
And seeing as you work on the boats, that's like pretty weird. You should be
This
on
is
time
it.
more.
This is what I do right here, people.
Yeah.
Old people drinking. Yeah. There's Jamaican tunes going.
Well, you worked on a ferry last year, right? Was it anything like this?
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. You like a lot of the time they'd be having something going on the island, and it's just like drunk. You know what's just awful because it's like drunk 19-year-olds, and I'm like, they're like, Todd, go watch them and make sure they don't fall. And I'm like, this is what I do. I'm the guy who gets drunk and falls off of a boat.
Yeah.
I don't watch people.
Yeah, you tell those assholes to watch me. Is this girl dead? Is this the one who's dead? in the
Oh
movie?
my god, that's Bernie's
She looks
girlfriend
like-
in the end.
Yeah. They just mushed
They
them
kind of,
together.
they kind of end up on the beach together. They both roll up on the beach at the end. That could have been it, man. Part 3 could be a love story.
That would be amazing.
I'm still trying to come up with the ultimate. I think I'm close to the ultimate part 3 script.
Yeah.
For this franchise to really reboot.
I love something I've noticed more recently is when people fill the screen, like they moved and then a bunch of people just came in to like make it all busy.
That's what happens on a dance floor.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, room.
Nice.
There's some more room, and then you gotta squeeze in there.
Squish back.
Probably because somebody like dance farted.
Yeah, probably.
When somebody farts on a dance floor,
Ew.
everyone suspects everyone.
That's not wrong.
Other than the person who did it.
Yeah. It's basically the usual suspects.
Yes.
Occurs every time somebody farts
Be a
on
little
the
less
dance
stinky.
floor. Yeah.
They always blame the big guy with the beard. I used to be the guy with the beard, and everybody would go, hey, Todd, you fart. I'm like, no, I didn't. I would never in my life fart while dancing.
Yeah.
I would hold it in. I'd leave.
Unless the move I was doing was the fart.
Yeah, do the fart. Do the fart. I don't know. Yeah, that was
We're
a weird
12.
night. That was a weird night.
I took my daughter to see Boss Baby yesterday.
Oh, he's dead.
And
There he is.
God. And it's so funny because it's such actually like a good physical acting job and he's literally doing nothing and that's what makes it good.
What's funny is like it's not even a dummy. It's really him.
Yeah.
They could have just made a dummy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like when they waste our time like that.
Right?
Look at that girl is gross,
Dear
skinny.
Lord, girl.
Oh. I want big fake 80s boobs and the really high-waisted
Jeans.
bikini. No, the bikinis.
Oh, the bikini that goes way up. Yeah.
It's like, it's the sides of the bikinis touched like they graze the ribs.
And they're poking out. What do you call it? Like the hip part where they're poking right out because that's what holds on to that little strap going over.
Ooh, there's wagon rental there that I've never noticed.
Oh, there goes the skipper from
yeah.
Gilligan's Island just drove past there in the cart. There goes Father Guido Sarducci.
I know, and again, he should have stolen Bernie's mustache, and he would have been right on.
Exactly. What a fucking place. What do you think that's running in? Where did you say this was? North Carolina?
Well, they said that house was in North Carolina. This is like a different build of it, actually, I believe. I can't remember, but yeah, it's like the original house is in Wilmington, North Carolina.
You don't want to swim with the commoners. Like you get your own pool.
I know that always makes me laugh. We could.
Well, you don't want to go out there in that filth water.
That's true. Dead bodies.
Kids out there
constantly
pissing and
floating out.
shitting. Exactly.
Ugh.
Parties everywhere. People having fornicating in the water.
I have such a problem, and maybe it's because we're Canadian and we're used to being really cold, and then when it gets warm, we're t-shirts, and that's the deal.
Yeah.
But like every time I see a movie where, like, especially in California, now these guys are New Yorkers, so I would imagine they'd be closer to us in this scenario.
Yes.
But like California people, they go around everywhere wearing long sleeves and all that, and I know they're wearing like a light material or whatever, but still they're all covered up.
Well, they're
and
not
it's
used to it, man. Like it even gets slightly below like 1 million degrees
Yeah.
centigrade.
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, 1.6,
figured out.
1.7.
You guys
Look at that wraparound
guys
couch
do
right
that.
there, man.
Yeah. Reminds me, there was a Saturday Night Live sketch just recently about it was all about guys with long couches. It was a Louis C.K.
Right.
one, and it was about his sectionals, and he had sectionals that were
There you go.
there we go. That's the girl I was looking for, and that exact bikini. Like, look at how high up this is.
Dear Lord, girl.
She
Is
was
that, like comfortable?
she was
wear that thing
considered-
right up your ass.
She was considered ridiculously fat for back then
What a chunker! Look at her. She looks disgusting.
because her butt jiggled a little bit. I'm
Ain't
sorry.
nothing wrong with some jiggle wiggle, ladies.
There's more surface area on her
Yeah.
earrings than her entire bikini.
There sure is.
Which
Got a
was
little
the
quiet there for a minute.
Yeah, sorry.
Whew.
I'm not going to.
It's the 80s, bro.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
gonna be
80s for you. What's at the bottom there?
fine. Probably cocaine.
Oh, wicked.
Oh.
Freshly sealed cocaine.
He said caviar, so I'm guessing caviar. I like he bought caviar in bulk.
Hey, man, when you're going to throw a rockin' party.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at him, he's just helping himself, eh? Yeah.
Now, as a guest, I could never do this kind of thing, but I know
Never.
people who can do this kind
Me
of
too.
thing.
Me too.
And it really throws me off. And it's just like somebody just walks in and just instantly like they're in your fridge,
Or digging
or they're
around.
doing
Oh,
whatever.
you have maybe something on the counter that you were just about to put
Yeah.
away, or oh, you made brownies. Oh, great!
Yeah.
Let me take 5.
Like that's different. Like
And wander
between
around
you
your
and
house
me,
eating it on the new rug you just put in.
yeah, because like between you and me, you would come in, come grab a drink out of
Oh,
the fridge.
hell
That's
yeah.
totally fine. We've known each other for friggin' 30 years.
Yeah.
But somebody who I've never met before comes
There's
in.
always that guy. You know what it is? And it's always the guy who doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
It's always that motherfucker who comes to the party
Yeah.
and is like, oh, you got a beer for me? Or you know what I mean? It's like, because you didn't show up jack shit. You knew you were supposed to.
Yeah.
And now somebody's out. Or they pull that fucking move where like you come around the corner and they're drinking your beer.
Yes.
It's a party with a lot of people there, or your drink and you're like, I'm the only person that was drinking this disgusting beer and I bought it on purpose.
Yeah.
And you're, what do? You could be like total dick. You could be like, oh, that's what the fuck? Like, and then people are like, oh, you're kind of overreacting or whatever, right?
No.
It's never a good position.
I just wait to leave and then I complain to Carrie and then that's the end of it. And then we welcome them back the next
Yeah,
time.
exactly, right? There he is, Bernie.
It takes him a ridiculous amount of time to actually figure out that he's dead. I would have figured it out in the first 10 seconds.
Probably,
I was
right?
like, Bernie, hey, Bernie. Oh, he's not moving. He's dead.
He's
that's
dead.
Like, that's the end of it. They're like,
Not to mention that he would most likely, because he's dead, have shit himself, like, ridiculously.
well, no, but again,
You know?
he loves to party. They're like, of course he shit himself. It's the island.
Right.
It's like, if as far
There you go, Burn.
as far as the logic is concerned, for like this time of year and this kind of stuff, it's flawless.
He almost stuck himself with that thing. Jeez, Bernie.
That would have been amazing. They should have got like a third. It was 3 guys, and then the guy's like, "What's it? Ow!"
Oh my god, that should have been each sequel. One of them should have died. Maybe that's where it should have been. By the third one, they're all dead together.
Nice.
And the congas come on.
They bring him. No, they actually bring Bernie back from the dead, but the other 2 guys have to be the ones who die because of the incantation. It's their lives are traded for his.
Yes.
But he needs them. Otherwise, they're gonna think that he faked his death and they murdered. So he needs them to sign affidavits saying he did not fake his death.
I could see
that he had been kidnapped or something. So no, he has to bring both of them, and then he hires Kevin Hart and Kevin James. All right, I think we sorted it out.
Oh my god, yes. That's it.
I
That'll be Bernie's 4.
Yeah.
We got Bernie's 3 on tap.
I'll take care of 4.
Oh, is it finally dawning on them?
And then we'll get Christopher Nolan to take care of parts 5 through 7.
Hell yes.
Christopher Nolan in talks to do the next Bond movie.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check that out. I'll tell you something right now. That's going to be the worst Bond movie ever made.
There you go. It'll be in the wrong order.
Christopher Nolan is like the most overrated director.
The last 2/3 of the movie are the cold open. So it's like
oh, they got the magical bookcase. I was like, oh my god. I was like, I sat here forever for this. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Watching Matthew McConaughey cry. Do that cry.
I could watch that all day.
Yeah. Just hit some of that, man. That looks like some good shit.
What do you? I like this logic. What am I going to tell them? He's fucking. You came in and you found him fucking dead.
Yeah, exactly. You came in, he's dead.
They'll believe you because you know what they have? Things that can determine time of death, which will determine
what happened.
that.
But no, maybe they'll think that they stuck him with that needle.
Well, but they could also determine. I imagine that probably a couple of hours have passed.
There's no time to do any of that. The party guests are arriving.
That's true. It's the 80s, and they're like, we've got our own parties to get to. I
That
do not
is
have
the
time for an
real
autopsy.
thing right there.
Look at this guy. I know 700 of this guy.
That's gonna be me, man.
It's like literally, if
yeah.
you ever go to a party hosted by an aunt or uncle, there's at least one of these guys who's like a friend of theirs from like, oh yeah, I went to college with this guy or whatever, and he's like, hey, how are you?
And he's speaking with a British accent, even though he's never been there.
He's constantly just trying to
So
feel any
true,
underage
right?
girl's tit. It's like, oh,
That's
you
totally
really,
gonna be me then.
You're really filling out, aren't you? Oh, what grade are you in? 6 now? Oh, like just.
Here they come.
I like, and they just
Oh,
like.
here comes the beach.
Oh, how do you feel about those 2 guys? The one guy's all big and muscly, and you're like, you're gonna be muscle guy number 2, and he's like, meh. Like just like by comparison, he's just like.
I just stick with muscle guy one. You'll be all right. Look at there's the tennis pro. He's got to be wearing his tennis gear at all times. That's what you did in the 80s as well, too. Like what you were into, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm a DJ or whatever. So you had big headphones around your ears and like.
And then, so this is the gypsy and the queen.
Oh my lord!
I won't tell you who's who, but
this is a real motley crew here, eh? Like there's a lot of look at. Looks like they just went crazy at the where you get the costumes at the lot.
Yeah.
By the way, we're gonna see like a pirate. There'll be like a gorilla in the background.
Yeah, there was a writer's strike going on, so nobody else was doing production, just these guys. And they're like, bring it all. That's why, like, every now and again, you can see, like, a bear, like, walking around in the background.
Bernie, man, you're feeling really tight. You must have been working out.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. The bone should have been sticking out of his neck.
Now you call the cops. You're like, I just watched a muscle man break his neck. I like that this
he's really loose.
I like how California this guy is, despite the fact they're in the Hamptons.
Rigor mortis has not. I told you, they just found anybody they could, and we're like, oh my God.
This girl looks like...
How long does it take before rigor
like
mortis sets in? We should have done more research on what happens to a dead body, because this is ridiculous.
First it gets fucked by me.
and there's some shame crying.
And then rigor mortis sets in, then it gets fucked by you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And the only thing that gets me hard is the shame that I didn't kill him. You know? I'm like, you can't even kill anybody. You gotta get somebody else to kill him, then you gotta bang
I'm
him.
strong enough to choke you.
Oh, look at this little shih tzu or something. Yeah. Or is that a person?
I was trying
to miss that. I was like, what?
Look at the guy in the background. Look at our black friend in the background.
Oh my God. Yo, that looks just like Buddy from, that looks like the black guy from Mannequin 2 on the Move.
I know, totally.
What's
Hollywood.
his name?
Hollywood.
He was in Designing
Taylor.
Women.
Yeah.
Meshack Taylor.
I was gonna
say. That's 5 fucking points right there, man. Meshack Taylor.
I was going to say he looks kind of like he's from like Pluto Nash or something like that, right?
Oh, fuck. You like flock of seagulls?
Or what was the other one? Meteor Man.
Man.
Whose name? Robert Townsend. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. But he's useless.
Kill me. Look at him all smoking indoors.
Yeah.
Look at all those rapist-style glasses. Well, we just turned. There was like a whole glasses section over to the right.
That looks like in the background if Charlie Hunnam played Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, greatest idea ever. Best summer ever.
Well, now's as good a time. If anybody's ever thinking of this, I'll tell you a quick story. 2 men were arrested for finding a dead man's body, or their friend's dead body, and taking it out on the town using his credit card to pay for drinks and everything throughout the night. Then they were like, well, they said that it was them taking him like off for one last hurrah. But really, it was just committing fraud, by the way. That's how the cops will look at it, just so you know. They were arrested for fraud and abusing the corpse.
Oh, my. What type of abuse?
I think the actual, just like, it's kind of like a desecration of the corpse type thing. Now, we have to look. We have a very special cameo that's about to occur. And by cameo, I mean he's an extra somewhere in the background eventually. He is... I gotta wait for it. But
okay, so wait a second. So did these guys that actually bring the dead body, did they bring him to the bar and stuff? Or did they just they actually brought him to the bar and nobody noticed that he was dead?
Yeah. They brought him from place to place. Like they did like a bar crawl and they went from place to place.
Oh my God.
I feel like Nick Swardson would play this guy now.
I agree. I think that's a really good casting.
Yeah. This movie was actually based on another movie. It was a Hindi movie from '83. So like this is actually technically a remake. And then somebody else in Bollywood, they took part 1 and 2 and put them together. And they put them together as like one power movie. Right. And it was a Bollywood. I want to hunt that movie down because seeing a Bollywood.
Is it sort of what? Do you mean like, okay.
Well, look around with me. There's going to be a young guy we need to keep our eye out for. I think he was just in the background. I think he's right behind her head. But it's Skeet Ulrich is in the background of this movie. I
would have got that.
Another movie. We got to find him, though. It's another movie because he was in Ninja Turtles as well. And like he's just like...
Oh, that's right. Skeeter. Good old Skeeter,
who man. I just found out plays Jughead's dad in that Archie show. What's it called? Riverdale, yeah.
Ooh,
my sister watches that. Where is he? Skeet, come
on, Skeet.
It's somewhere in he's wearing like a black shirt or something like that.
Come on, Skeet.
Skeet.
There he is.
Oh, totally.
You guys see the earring on him?
He looked like Johnny Depp.
Oh,
that was like
man.
that was like John. Like he was like 37 scarves away from being a young Johnny Depp.
Is he wearing it backwards? What is that? A swimmer's cap? Like what the fuck is that?
I don't know. I feel like it might be like a psychedelic beanie.
Is that all the way through, or is that a reflection? Holy sh... Oh, it's like a middle fireplace island or something.
Yeah, you know how it is, right? Oh, there's Skeet still there. He's still there. They stopped to talk.
Skeet. Look at the mullet
my
on
God.
him.
Yeah, that's clearly
my
him.
Lord.
Wow. I saw a great mullet today. We were down at the beach.
real
It was a
one?
little kid. He had spiky hair, buzzed sides of the head, and his hair went down past his shoulders in the
Oh,
back.
beautiful.
I looked at it and I tried to snap a picture of it, which would have been the second mullet. Actually, I got a good shot of a rat tail I need you to see.
When you walk into the bar and you say, "Give me the dog,"
Yeah.
and then you look at the camera and go, "Bounty hunter." Bow, wee. The guitar riff happens on its own, naturally and organically.
I always ask, oh, see, he's about to feel her up, just like I always knew he would.
Yeah, you look just like my youngest daughter.
Yeah. She left for undisclosed reasons. I'm not allowed to see her children anymore.
Oh, Bernie, old horn dogger, you.
Bernie, you stank.
You stank.
Yeah. You know, just decomposing. You know how it goes.
Wonder how long it takes for here we go.
Oh, that Bernie. I think they should have made it more gruesome. Like he comes up and his eyes sort of hanging out. They gotta like keep pushing it back in.
And everybody's still like, "Oh, you cut up, Bernie."
Because really, like, this is more than anything to them an inconvenience. This should have been their nightmare. So by the time part 2 came around, they were both in therapy, and the fact that they had to revisit it was a terror for them. Not like just we got to do it again,
Right?
guys.
Like it's just this awful.
Yeah. So yeah, I made it look like I was taking a selfie, but this was happening in the background.
What in the hell is going on there?
That is
Oh my Lord! I was looking at this lady over
That
here.
is a braided
Hi-oh.
Yeah. So we got that.
Ooh, buddy, that's a rat tail mullet. That was a mullet turned into an ultimate rat tail.
It was the ultimate rat tail.
That's the Walmart special right there.
I feel like they just Royal Rumbled him for real. Like it was like, we're going to improv this. And so they killed him for real. And now he was just fake dead. Or really dead for the rest of the
We
time.
mentioned the Royal Rumble a lot too.
Well,
And when anybody gets clotheslined over something, that is how you get eliminated from the Royal Rumble.
That's the truth. Oh, man.
Uh-oh. Who's this for?
I would not find anything more relaxing than those waves. I would just piss myself and just like, oh.
Just living on the beach. He's like, I just go for a stroll alone. Mm-hmm.
I remember I was really looking forward to one time we went up to one of Carrie's cousin's places and we stayed out in a tent on the beach.
Right.
Just because they didn't have a lot of space there. There's a lot of people there. So we stayed out there and I'm like, I'm going to sleep like a baby. The waves going in and all this. Well, there was like a volleyball tournament happening right next to our tent for the entire night. So people were just screaming drunk and playing night volleyball around.
You
a
just
bunch of
not at
fires.
all would you move the tent
they were like,
defiantly.
Well, there wasn't a lot of like
Not a lot of real
area to
estate.
go, right? Like it was not the thing. She seems very forgiving because she did not want to be anywhere near him after the thing, and then it's just all of a sudden he's like, "Oh yeah, well you're a familiar face. What the hell?" I did almost.
Well,
get,
he's not one of those drunk old guys that was like,
Yeah.
"You look good on my floor tomorrow night."
yeah, I was gonna say I did almost get fingered by that weird old man. You
By a
seem
bunch
like
of them.
You seem like a good alternative.
Hell yeah! At least if you're gonna be inappropriately fingered, it'll be by Mr. Silverman.
Yeah, that's right. A good upstanding New York Jew. But
Like, is it yuppie? Is it the yuppie style? No. I don't like this shorts with the jacket thing.
No.
You know what? I wear like
That's
the
not a
same,
thing
like, the same clothing essentially every day. Yeah. You know, you open my closet, it's like Inspector Gadgets or Woody Allen's closet. It's the same thing.
I wear neoprene underwear and an eye patch.
Fucking
and
right.
that's plenty.
Actually, if you open up Woody Allen's closet, there's probably some underage Asian girl in the corner too underneath one of the exact same looking ensembles.
She's of age now. She was underage when he purchased her, and then he set her in the back to age.
The aging chamber, he calls it.
He dry aged
Yeah.
her. Uh-oh.
Like beef jerky.
This is taking me back too many memories. There was legitimately, anybody Google it, flood Port Dalhousie. The whole...
Were you lying there passed out? Is that why you remember? And then the
Yeah.
flood hit you?
Yeah.
You're just lying at the beach at the most inappropriate times.
The tide was coming in and licking my feet. But
That romantic.
I know, right? But no, the the pier with the lighthouse is overflowing now, so like you can't see the pier. It's
It's
like,
weird. I don't think boats gonna want to be messing through there. Suddenly you'll be on like the fucking oh my god, this guy just broke everything.
Well, they blocked off the other
This
pier.
is the exact thing you see in the uncut version of Batman, Tim Burton's, when he throws that dude all the way down. Remember, Buddy grabs him by his legs and whips him over? That's him right there. Like, ow! He's like, he turns into a white guy.
Incidentally, it was always Jonathan Silverman.
Exactly. He's like, oh, my ankle.
He's like, all right, Batman, I'm gonna get you, my buddy. My buddy Andrew McCarthy, not here yet, but we're gonna take care of it.
Supposed to meet him at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, see, this is what you gotta do, dude. Once I got punched in the face by some guy in a bathroom. Oh, yeah? And I got the girl afterwards.
Nice.
She felt so bad that I got the shit kicked out of me in the bathroom that she took me to the hospital.
Mm-hmm. You know what you should start doing? You should start winning fights. It's way better.
What?
I know.
I don't know. This concept seems weird to me.
I know. Well, I have superhero abilities where I shit my pants and they leave before they beat me up. So I'm just like, no, and I just start and
then shit it out.
Every single fight is like that scene with in No Holds Barred with Hulk Hogan. What's that smell? Dookie.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Dookie. Which I've quoted that exact scene more than once on here
today.
Oh yeah, I did it.
They're going for it. She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah. I wonder what she looks like now. Actually, I saw a picture.
I was just going to say, I wonder what she looks like naked, but you said now.
I was thinking about it. I would never risk having head towards the water, just because I picture, like, you never know, sometimes some waves come in and just really bring it up.
Oh, there he is, the dirtbag peeper. Look at him.
He's just looking at him, too.
How'd they pull him? They just pull him up with a rope or something? Or what? Oh, look at that.
He's probably, like, on a
He's on a board, it looked like, or something, eh?
Yeah. That's how you really get romantic with somebody. You grab them by the sides of the face and scream.
Do not let them turn in any direction either.
Everything has to be different, Marty.
There he goes.
Yeah.
And how does he end up? Like, what the freak? Just let him go now.
Yeah.
Nobody. Yeah. He was at the party. Now he's gone.
Everybody saw him. As far as everybody knows, he's disappeared.
Yeah. And you find him dead in the water the next day. Done. Oh my god, is this guy dead?
Everybody's dead. That would have been a
he did say too, are you dead too?
That would be a nice place to spend the summer, despite it's like decorating.
He's swimming. Where's Bernie?
Oh, Larry.
What a romp.
I like how much he's sliding around because he's damp.
And then, like, did everybody just leave on their own accord? That never happens, especially not like at a party like this.
Well, because they said they're traveling parties, right? So they've probably moved on to the next house.
Ah, right.
Which really doesn't sound like a good idea. This scene...
30 seconds. You just started.
This scene actually really stomps on something that's in the sequels, because they say he's a virgin in the sequel.
Oh, McCarthy?
Yeah, so they just, I guess, the only thing that really kind of helps is if he never penetrated. He just got his clothes off.
Right. Well, that's what it seemed like. Because he's like, keep you 30 seconds. Because he knows as a virgin, that's all he's going to need.
Yeah. I feel like...
oh, jeez. Here she comes.
That's the worst.
Oh, God. This is like every girlfriend I've ever had drunk.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
She's another one. She's really good though. She's actually quite funny. But like as a woman if she had that voice, I would not. Yeah, I would not want.
It's kind of like Fran Drescher.
Yeah. Oh no, I would take Fran Drescher over this. I just would try not to make her laugh. That's where the problem. Did you ever see that on the old Conan when she was laughing and they sent out a bunch of sheep?
No.
She was going, ha, and then a bunch of sheep came out and they're all going, and
then she's laughing even more.
And she goes, ha, and then she starts trying to call them over. She's going, ha.
She's speaking their language. Yeah. They came right over and then she rode off into the sunset on one.
It's good to have a good sense of humor about things like that. Because really, what else are you going to do?
She was actually crying then, but it's it's you can't tell the difference.
I'm crying on the inside.
Oh, Jesus. There goes the chips, lady. Come on. This party might come back through here and they're going to want some snacks.
Yeah. Well, exactly. It's like, where do you hit a guy hardest? In his mixing bowl collection.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. Italian women, right?
Oh, my. Well, where the hell was she?
Yeah, exactly.
She showed up. The party's been over for hours.
I also like the idea that she's mad that he's cheating on her when she is literally cheating on somebody with him.
Yeah.
It's good.
And when I meant that, this girl's like every one that I've ever had, it's like I wake up and she's lurking at me with a knife.
Yeah.
And calling me Bernie.
I know. Well, because I keep texting you at night. They're like, who is this bastard?
That is a nice place, though, man. I like what that weird. It's kind of like, oh my God, there's Roma Polanski's fucking hanging around outside. Oh my God, it is too. Totally like,
yeah. He's the other drunk guy who's here to.
Ooh, he's like, yeah.
What's gonna happen?
Get at the Polaroid. Oh, the old binocs. He's been standing there all night, ready for that window.
I feel like that's a thing that stopped happening in the 80s as well. People used to carry binoculars on them just in case they needed to peep at something.
Look at this guy. He's like, ooh, jeez, I've never seen anything like this before.
So I own binoculars, but they only come with me if I'm hiking.
I saw a naked woman once.
Yeah, that was pretty good, right?
Wow, I didn't pay her nothing.
Nice.
She was in a window. No, seriously, I was like, I had to pee. I was in Kingsville or Leamington, and I walked to the store and I had to pee really badly.
So
and I went behind this, it was like a car wash or whatever it was, right? And I was peeing, and all of a sudden there was light, like a boom of flashlight, and I was like, oh shit! And I turned and looked, and there was a naked lady up in the window, kind of like taking in the night,
Yes.
And I was like, don't even move, Todd. I was like, she's gonna look down. You're looking at her with your dick in your hand, and I was like, she's gonna start screaming bloody murder. So I just like stood there, like today's special.
Yes.
Like that episode when he had his dick in his hand and his hat fell off, and he was stuck during the whole shift of the day store like that.
Seeing as 90% of our listenership is American, today's special is a Canadian child show where a department store, a department store mannequin would come to life, which is hilarious because he was in Mannequin.
Yes.
So you did that, but yeah,
I didn't even do it on purpose.
When somebody put his hat on, he would come to life,
Yeah.
and then there was like the night security guy there, and then there was a mouse, and like it was a weird combination of people.
It doesn't matter, okay? He's making it up. You know what today's special is? My dick in my hand. 99 cents.
Yes.
At par.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to be American and come over here? I'm not even going to rip you off.
But he's not just saying American money at par. He will take 99
Mexican yen.
Yeah, which is really not much.
Whatever.
That's like negative.
There's
cents.
there's a culture way out in the sticks. They hand you like pig
that
fat.
They're laughing at this girl for committing necrophilia.
Oh my! Oh, she banged him. Oh my God! She had the best night of her life. Yeah. Look at her.
Well, also the idea that. Like, does that mean that he died with an erection?
No, because he didn't have one before. That's what I was going to say. Like, he's now probably going through the stages of rigor mortis.
Yeah.
Now he's got an erection. Or maybe for the first time ever, he ate her out. But actually, she just rode his face, probably.
Mustache rides.
Right? Yeah.
But,
she's like, see, that scene right there in Weekend at Bernie's is a lesson to all of us men out there.
Yeah. Maybe
sometimes just listen.
Yeah. Maybe they just have a dry hump relationship.
Yeah.
Like, what movie was that? It was
there was like, I don't know, it was called Kissed or something, and the lady was she worked at the morgue and she would ride the guy's faces.
No, that wasn't. Yeah,
it was a real movie too. Not even this isn't even a porno.
That is very, very hilarious. But no, I was thinking it's Christina Applegate.
Don't tell Mom the babysitter's dead.
No, and Jim Gaffigan played husband and wife in this movie. It was the sister.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah, and they would talk about how they like to dry hump all the time. And then the sister, who was the main character, who I can't remember right now,
walks in on them and they're dry humping.
Walks in and they're on top of the table and he's got his underwear on and they're dry humping on the table.
They like a good dry hump. Maybe they're never nudes.
Never nudes. Arrested Development, baby.
He's still doing good. Look at him. Got the smoke going.
Nice.
I wonder what he got paid for this film. Do you have that in your Trivioso?
I don't.
Get it all rigged up. His hand should have fallen off, and he's been flies all around him.
This movie, though, if you can believe it, had a budget of $6.5 million.
$6.5 million.
Cost $6.5 million to make this movie.
For what?
I don't know. I think that
house rental.
I'm guessing Teamsters contracts went up.
Ah, yes, they must have.
But it made $30.2 million. Overall, it debuted number 8 behind Lethal Weapon 2, Batman, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Ghostbusters 2, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Dead Poets Society, Karate Kid 3. But it finished ahead of Do the Right Thing, Great Balls of Fire, Star Trek 5, and Field of Dreams.
Wow.
So,
and it was number 2?
Number 8.
Number 8.
Number 8. That was its opening
After
weekend.
every film you just said, then there was Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
You said it made $30 million?
30.2 million total.
Hey,
So,
man,
I
it didn't
mean,
take much back in the 80s, man.
No. All you gotta do.
Mil.
All you gotta do is be in theaters for a few weeks. Like, if you keep the budget low enough like this.
Unless you're Cutthroat Island.
Yes. Yeah, you could be like that. If that movie was still in theaters, it wouldn't have made
Yeah,
the money.
it's like nobody still has gone to see it.
It's like
I don't give a fuck.
It's like one person goes to see it every 3 days, and 1 out of every 3 people asks for their money back.
Yep. Actually, more people asked for their money back than went to see it.
Yes.
Strange numbers on that one.
And 1 out of every 10 people is Rennie Harlan. He's like, I have to get the numbers up.
They what he's been doing.
Yeah, they won't let me do the sequel if I can't get the numbers up.
Do you think that if Rennie Harlan's movies starring Gina Davis were huge, they would still be together?
Absolutely.
That's what I think too.
I guarantee it. There's no way, because I guarantee you they had the fight more than once whose fault it is.
Right.
And they're like, look, if you were a bigger leading lady.
Yeah, if you were a better director, maybe I wouldn't have to be in Mensa. You know?
Well, I don't feel like there's no being forced to be in Mensa.
She's forced to be smart.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be smart. She has to be smart because her career sucks.
I think that's also why she got really good at archery. She thought she was going to have to murder him.
Yes, from a distance. From a distance. Yeah, she looks just like Elizabeth Shue. She's got the same hairstylist. Look at the. You can tell he's getting stressed. Look at the like
the
8
stubble.
o'clock shadow he's got going on here. Whatever the fuck you call it. Look at him.
That's a good
Oh,
beard.
he is stressing.
That's a good beard. I know my beards because
He looks
I don't
like
shave often.
He looks like if you were to make that girl from Nightmare on Elm Street 3, the punk.
Yeah,
If you were to turn her into a man, that would be Jonathan Silverman.
I like that idea.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I like that this guy's
don't-
constantly coming in new disguises.
And I don't think he's a captain at
No.
all.
No, I guarantee first mate at best.
Jesus.
Right?
First mate.
Yeah. Is every first mate Smee?
It's
Yeah.
by law.
By law, you have to be called Smee.
By law. Some days you just can't get rid of a bum. What's he doing here? Just going for getting Bernie some air? Like, what's
Yeah.
the deal?
Well, maybe he thought that it would like get him
He
going.
goes to
like,
that end and he's like, no, this and no. And then he thinks if he goes, back to some, my God.
He has not been eliminated. This cigarette.
Oh, he
hanging out of
looks
his
great.
mouth
Look
is
at
even
him.
better.
His face. That's acting, people. They don't make him like this anymore, baby.
That's a really fun.
Oh, my God.
It's to me that's such a fun like scene to have to do because you got one guy who's literally doing nothing and the other guy's freaking
We
it.
somehow got to stay up. He seems to be grabbing things. Like when he lands in a certain way.
Yeah.
Look.
I think the rest
This
of
is
the
like
movie
the 4th
should-
time he killed Bernie.
Yeah.
Why don't you leave all your ladders and shit under there? Like, it's
That's his version of a shed.
holy fuck.
He has to
It's
leave
just
it
gonna
open
wash out.
so the Asian he owns can come in the
What?
future.
Yeah, he's not gonna give him a key. My God.
Look at those purple kicks,
I love
baby.
him, man. He's got the style going.
Some sick Converse. There have been a few pairs of Converse that I'm dying to get. There's one that's it's all the Tim Burton characters like lined up. It's got like Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, the alien from Mars Attacks, all lined up, and it's all like they're
Jack
white
Skelton?
shoes. Yeah, it's all white shoes with like the characters just in black. Really good.
Converse, eh? I haven't had a pair of Converses in forever.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever had a pair of Converse. I must have had one. I think I had one.
I've had a couple pairs.
I was an Airwalk guy. I really liked Airwalks.
Yeah, Airwalk was the only comfortable shoe back in the day because memory foam hadn't been invented yet.
Ooh, they were great.
And that cool, that Skechers gel. That proprietary gel.
The proprietary gel. I'd like to buy some of your proprietary gel, please, for my own personal reasons.
It's going to be the name of my smooth jazz band. Joe Finley and proprietary
All
gel.
right, everybody. I know you've been enjoying the Smooth Jets tonight. Up next, we've got Joe Finley and proprietary gel.
That sounds like how... I love it. I need to go learn to play the sousaphone so I can make this
just do it
occur.
with your mouth. See, people thought I just was doing that.
It's true.
I was really playing an instrument here. If you actually would set the fucking video up,
I'm sorry.
because I'm not gonna, then you would have seen me playing a real trombone there, or whatever that thing was I was making a sound of.
Yeah, exactly. I want to play jazz tuba.
Jazz tuba.
It's the notes I'm not playing.
Yeah, exactly. That's called an artist right there. Womack.
Oh my. Oh god.
Lomax and Womack.
From The Rock. Good to see you again, Womack. I
Lomax.
found the cure for cancer and you lost it, Womack.
Womack.
Every person he ever squared off against. Like, had he been cast as Gandalf like they wanted to, Aragorn's last name would have been Womack.
Everybody would. The whole movie, they get the digitally, they're looking for the disc.
Yeah.
It was always the disc.
Yeah. That back then it would have been like a 7-inch floppy disk.
The big floppy.
Good God.
Good God, wife beater. Hey, you ever wear a wife beater?
Nope.
I don't think I've ever in my life.
I just beat my wife the old-fashioned way.
With an old, sopped up old t-shirt.
I don't think that a piece of clothing should tell people what you do to your wife.
I agree.
I think her face should tell you.
Her face should tell them.
I think he had a copy of Dune. If you look at his
Holy
bookshelf, I think I
shit.
just saw a copy of Dune sitting there.
Frank Herbert's Dune.
I think so.
Spice. To pay for his sex change operation. Right now, people, that is for serious, okay? This is not a laughing matter. No. Back in the 80s when you were like, oh my God, a sex change, we laughed, but now we know this is a serious thing. He identifies as a woman.
But in the 80s, these people just didn't exist. It's not like they were all hiding because they were terrified of what people would think because we laughed at them in movies.
Exactly. It wasn't a thing yet.
No.
Some guy hadn't thought it up so we could get a discount at the grocery store.
Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah, I say it all the time.
Nice.
I use any bathroom I want to because before I get into the lineup, I yell out, I have both sex organs. They look at each other like, ooh, should someone say something? And I go right into the ladies' room and sniff the fucking toilet seat.
This portion of the thing has been brought to you by the Republican Party. Yes. how they believe gender fluidity works.
It's not
so much.
I'll tell you how gender fluids work, buddy. That's why I'm in this in the first place. This is a work release program for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to be here.
I am under court order to keep a close eye on him. But the problem is he's also under court order to keep a close eye on me.
Exactly. It's a weird... No, that should be a sitcom right there.
Different reasons I don't want to disclose exactly what I did.
Somehow we got entrusted into each other's care.
But I would like to apologize to the... I have nothing. I thought I was going to come up with... So this little kid... I do have something about this little asshole kid. He's played by Jason Woliner. He wrote for and performed occasionally on the show Human Giant, the MTV sketch show.
Oh, no way.
Aziz Ansari and Paul Scheer and Rob Hubel there. He wrote on Tim and Eric's Bedtime Stories. He directed Parks and Rec, Last Man on Earth, John Benjamin as a Van, Nathan for You, Eagle
He's
Heart.
in John Benjamin as Van?
He directed all of them.
No.
Well, not all of the episodes, but he directed episodes of that.
Amazing.
And so-
I've actually seen the whole thing. It is amazing.
He's a producer on Master of None. And he was also, when he was young, he was on Shining Time Station.
So he must be like a funny guy or something. But he seems like he works with Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, he's got some Aziz blood.
Is that any good, Master of None?
Master of None.
There's too much shit out there to watch, man. What am I supposed to do here?
I've seen a couple episodes and it was quite good, but yeah, it was one of those things where I was in the middle of already watching something else and I went back to it.
And you're thinking about that the whole time. You're like, oh, I can't even pay attention to this. Yeah. I'm sure Aziz Ansari is an awesome guy, but I don't know. I don't know if he's like my cup of tea or not. I don't know.
I like it. The more you hear him just get to talk and be himself,
right?
Like in interviews, I watch his Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
That's Jerry Seinfeld?
It's him and Jerry Seinfeld, and they're on his tour bus. And Jerry Seinfeld's like backing his tour bus into a parking spot, and actually really impressive. And
Jerry Seinfeld does it.
Jerry
he's
Seinfeld.
Probably a great driver.
He's a fantastic driver. But he freaked out Ricky Gervais in the one episode because he's like driving super fast on the highway, and he's like, "What are you doing? You're going to kill us."
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
He does not seem like, hearing that he owns Porsches.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be surprising to hear that he drives fast, but just like, I don't know, his personality stuff doesn't seem like he'd be like a speed demon.
He gets pulled over for speeding in the episode with Chris Rock.
Really?
And then Chris Rock's like, he's like, if you weren't here, I would be legitimately nervous. Like it was actually really funny.
He played it on purpose.
Yeah.
He gets pulled, and there's a show. I need to watch more of this show.
It's fantastic, man. Go online. Like, they're all there.
Comedians in cars?
Yeah, it's so funny.
And it's always Seinfeld driving.
The except the one Louis C.K. it's in Louis C.K.'s boat, and they're boating.
Ah.
So that one's a
Louis
lot. Although they do
CK's
drive it.
boat.
They do drive it. They do drive a little bit, and it's a car that has like wicker doors. I'm not kidding.
The
It's like an
Wicker
old.
Man.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Oop, they went to the wagon rental place. So that was actually like.
Is that the real radio
yeah.
flyer? Oh my god.
Nah, it's no radio fly.
He's doing his own stunt right here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he completely lost the back of his head.
Actually, the stuntman. I like that his golf cart is a Porsche.
That's just wicked. That's his stuntman, right? Like, oh
Yeah.
my god. Hey, Bernie, we're gonna paint the house today. Bernie should have had way more complicated tasks to do.
Yeah.
Like, remember that you're gonna teach my daughter how to do gymnastics. You're the man. You know, like, oh god, like, what are we gonna do now?
You're the king of the double backflip. See, like, to me, like, I don't know where this is compared to everywhere else, because like everywhere else was sand. Now this is probably North Carolina. I'm guessing because like I don't feel like
supposed to be leading up to the beach, right?
Yeah.
Easy go. That's the name of the drink I have every night.
Nice.
Oh, they look like if there's a high-speed golf cart chase
It's
happening.
my constipation medicine that I take. Easy go. Except here, we're in Canada, we call it EZ go.
Yes, exactly.
We don't.
We're not animals.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's called English. It's in England.
Look it up.
Came from England.
How is everybody doing out there in Miscast Commentary World? Oh, you know, one of these days I'm going to start tweeting again or whatever that thing is that we do there.
Whatever that. Yes, it is called tweeting.
Oh, I'll ask you all about it again. I'll throw something on there every 8 months.
They would love to hear from you. You got some likes. Todd did get one like recently that I actually wrote.
Sweet.
I accidentally wrote a tweet on the wrong account, and then it got like some likes and a couple of retweets.
This is the best one you've ever done. Oh man.
I was on my most successful tweeting period ever was during I was tweeting about the Fire Festival. And I was just laying
on
into
fire.
it.
Were you on fire at the Fire Festival?
I was just laying into it, and then I pitched the show called Jaw Rules, where he kidnaps a bunch of rich white kids and keeps them on a beach.
That happened.
That's the Fire Festival.
Oh, the fire! There you go. I was like, the Fire Fest. Yes, yeah, that fucking thing where they ripped everybody off. And you went through and they like, there's like you get like half a bag of frozen peas for your weekend meal, and
and Blink 182 wasn't even there.
And you get a picture of Ja Rule just laughing, rolling around in your money.
Yeah, going the way you move, the way you talk.
Yeah, Murder Inc. Yeah.
I did a bad thing though. I was like trying to like really write a good tweet, so I'm looking at his lyrics to see if there's anything in there that really like.
Oh my god! You actually get to the lyrics. Oh, you went way too far with that.
Yeah, it's too much.
Oh god, what would I do without you?
Too much
Baby
Ashanti
girl, put it on me, yeah.
Oh god,
I cannot believe that this. Not only is this film still going, but that there was a sequel.
Yeah. And
how many times can you traipse a dead guy around?
Yeah, and I will say, I've said it before, I said it during the mini episode, this was one of my dad's like favorite comedies. He loved this shit.
It's amazing, see? There's something for everybody, man.
And the second one, he would like act like Bernie when he did that weird little walk. Anybody who hasn't seen part 2, we may get to it maybe next summer. That'll be we'll do it. But
on the hottest day of the summer next year.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll do Weekend at Bernie's too.
Basically, we use a little voodoo or Santeria or whatever it is to bring back Bernie from the dead.
But they do good hooked up like that. You think he'd be way heavier or something, right? He looks pretty good.
Well, I think it's a little bit of mime too. Like he's keeping a like.
I love the shirts he's wearing. These are the kind of shirts I look for, like at the Value Village, and I found one recently. It didn't have this kind of stuff on it. It was kind of like palm tree leaves and a funky color. You gotta wash them like 5 times. Because,
you need to wait till a proper vacationer dies before you get the good clothes.
Take them. Usually, if they're like a plane crash going somewhere warm, you'll get a lot of good stuff at your local Goodwill.
It's only a little singed.
Yes,
nice
and bloodied.
Yeah. Oh, they always knew where the Malaysia flight was because I've got his shirt.
They killed the other guy.
Yeah, they're about to.
Or is he still after them?
No, they haven't killed the other guy. He was on the boat. So this guy here was actually the bad guy in First Blood Part 2. Or was a bad guy. And he was dressed very similar in that movie. And this was like a little nod to that because Ted Kotcheff was the director of the first one.
Was this an accident? Oh my, Bernie Lomax.
Yeah, you know how it is. Oh, wait, no.
This is just a regular landscaper dude now.
Sorry, I made the mistake. It's this guy. It was the gardener who was the bad guy. I don't know from... Yeah, it's that.
It is, too.
Yeah, that's the one. And it's the exact same outfit.
Oh, my God.
And
He's just the gardener. Oh, God, that would kill me. And you wake up like... Oh, I've never woken up from being knocked unconscious with a giant piece of log, but...
Yeah.
You probably have a headache. I'm betting you have a fucking headache when you wake up.
Yeah. If you didn't take Tylenol prior to getting hit in the head with the log, yeah, you're going to get it.
What if somebody smacked you over the head with a log and then put 2 Tylenols down your throat? Wow. Like right after.
No, I don't think
You're still going to have one, eh?
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
You have to be prepared. Like, you need to take it like almost an hour before.
It's like swimming and eating.
Yeah.
You got to plan for these things.
Yeah, exactly. Lock him in the closet.
Oh, my God.
That's a little secret thing about their relationship. He was just in the closet. So,
little hint.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Bernie driving around at Bernie, and everybody's got to wave at Bernie, eh?
Yeah. It must be crazy to be this well known.
You're like the guy walking down the street with a pizza. Every fucking buddy's eyeing ya.
I know it. There's nothing like living in an apartment building that's half full of scumbags. When you buy anything, they're like, is that for me? Is that for me? Like, go smoke on your balcony.
Yeah, like, fuck off.
Why are you all out here hanging out to smoke?
Just so they can say things like that.
Hey, that pizza
really
for me?
Awkward comments.
Oh, you bought groceries for me? It's always the same thing, too. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, that smells good. Can I have a slice?
If I won the lottery, I'd spend all the money on writers for them so they had interesting things to say when I came through the door.
That'd be a great idea. They take it too.
In the background, it looks like there's a cannon sticking out that window, like it's ready to fire on them.
Oh, it is. There is a cannon in there.
Oh my God!
What the fuck is that?
No, I think it's just on the far end, like a flotation thing. Okay, you gotta know how to use it.
Go.
You gotta know how to use
press everything.
Boats really are not that difficult. We drove a boat when we were young, back when you were allowed to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, drive a boat as a kid.
Or
you just mean me and driving anything in general, as I'm not allowed to do now.
Yeah, well, sorry. But
when I smashed that the driving lawnmower. I used to work for the city man.
Yeah.
I did not know how to drive this thing. And
that
so
looks very slow motion.
Oh my God. And anyway, so I slammed it like full speed into like a guardrail. Boom! And the whole front of it fell off. Oh, it was amazing. And they were like, you're on weed whacker duty forever now.
Nice.
Woo woo.
This reminds me a little bit of the Caddyshack boat scene where it's like boats out of control, where like he smashes.
What you're doing is I think that's a real guy.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody told him.
Yeah,
that
like there's really whacked his boat off.
Oh. Uh-oh, he's done.
Like Summer Rental.
Good old Summer Rental.
I wonder how many pages this script was.
Well, couldn't tell you. It's like it's just like one. It's like 2-word lines, right? So it probably is a lot longer than you think it is.
Because it's describing, and then the boat drives off.
Yeah, because it says, "Hey, Lair. Hey, Richard. Hi, Lair. Richard. Lair. Richard," and that's like one page. Right.
What's in between though? Nothing.
Space.
It's all been blacked out.
Space. Yeah,
like government documents. It's all.
It used to have Aaron Sorkin wrote a lot of walk and talks for this movie, and that all got taken out. It's not really my fault.
It's what's called premiums.
We should have been.
Holy Jesus!
Should not be driving.
That is very dangerous. Doing that through people's wakes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Very.
Unless you're tubing, in which case that's the only way to fly.
Yes.
We used to almost die.
When we were sailing through the St. Lawrence Seaway.
Yeah.
We had just, thank God, missed. Somebody had jumped onto. Hi, ladies. Somebody had jumped the wake of behind the boat, and they were like maniacs in one of these crazy boats, and they landed on a party boat and killed everybody.
Really?
Yeah. It was like some old person's birthday party, and they were on a party boat having a great time, and this asshole lands on them. Talk about gone fishing.
Oh my God, poor gone fishing. Nothing makes me more upset than the prospect of dying while making
the movie Gone Fishing. I know.
Now,
Bernie's going for a ski.
Now
he somehow got his arms all trapped up in the rope.
Yeah. Well, they did tie him up.
Oh, that's right.
They did do that, but
he just fell over and accidentally his arms got hooked into the Bernie.
Yeah. Now, very easily could have gotten a dummy and dragged it behind a boat. They used a stuntman who then broke several ribs during this
Really?
scene. Yeah.
That's a real guy?
At least during portions of this.
That's awesome.
It's actually when he bounces off of one of these things that he broke his
Oh
ribs.
my God. What the hell? I'm surprised this guy didn't direct any more of the other Rambos, or did Stallone do all the,
I think Stallone
the other
did
Rambos?
the rest.
So we just used this guy. Oh, there's the first one.
Well,
one rib broken.
That's what he did on all the other ones. Avildsen did Rocky, and then he did
he did the rest.
Yeah.
Smart guy. Oh my God, that's a real human body right there, people.
Yeah.
Look at that slab of meat.
Yeah. So he gets like a real director. He's like, "How would you direct this?"
Can you write that down?
And then he sees
in
it.
my
He's like, okay.
director journal?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, Stallone. Weird.
Whatever you want, Sly.
Yes.
I hate that his name is Sly. I wouldn't call him Sly. I would call him Sylvester every time, and I feel like he'd have me fired from the industry.
You think he prefers to be called Sly?
He does prefer to be called Sly.
Really?
Everybody is told to call him Sly on like set and stuff, which is disgusting.
Oh man.
Oh, see again.
Weekend keeps going.
They should have been horrified. Like they should have been like his cheek was all busted and like
halfway through the movie they should have had to start replacing his parts with things. They have to get creative, and his nose is part of a chopped up pickle, and
Well, and even in part 2, it's been
he's pristine.
It's been a while. By the end
him over there.
They pack him in a suitcase.
No, but is it? How long is it later? Or is it directly after this and they go on the lam?
It's fairly short. I think it's a few days, and he's been in the morgue and all that stuff.
He does smell. I still remember when they stick him in the freezer and they spray the hair's old aerosol. Oh my God, he's a personal flotation device now.
That's how it is, man.
If you're what is it if your personal flotation device is a person?
It's still a personal flotation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes.
Look at this guy. Some old bums.
I think you just.
Who's this guy? Why would this rich doc allow this bum to hang out there and play chess?
I don't know. He's a guy for hire.
Is this a private doc?
Get bodies and shit.
Well, here we go. He's driving. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Looks like Blue. You're my boy, Blue.
The second straight movie you've been in. That dirty bum.
That dirty old bum. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do have the really high waist when it's just the strap.
It's so crazy, man.
I like the one piece too.
They go up, and then you can see that kind of little forbidden area around
with the vein,
where,
like a vein mound or whatever it is. I know what you're saying.
It's it's like when you see side boob. It's nothing to do with the part itself.
It's sort of but
it's a part you never usually get to see.
It's usually if you see pictures of a 60-year-old naked lady with her legs open, and that's just the outside part of the vag. It's got that big old vein jutting out.
Yeah, that's true. And I never get much further than that before I ejaculate anyways. So. Why are they
soaking up water?
I feel like they could bring things to him as opposed to always bringing him to things.
Do you think maybe now they can be like, this is just for Bernie, where we're picking up these things for Bernie, but they got to bring him. Everything's the boop, with his finger or his eye, retinal scan, and it doesn't tell if you're dead or not.
Maybe neither one of them have ever been told how death works. And they're like, when he wakes up, we're going to make sure that all this stuff...
Well, there's clearly something wrong with them on a developmental level as they're still continuing this charade.
Yeah. Well, I can understand at this point continuing it, because you've done... You're
already
in.
Yeah, you're ass deep and dead.
But, yeah, because you can't explain away, oh, well, we pretended he was alive for the party.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to get laid.
By Bernie. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. The idea, I like just the final, here, this is everything. This
is Bernie.
I wonder if they were ever a little too, if he ever got mad, they were a little too rough with him.
Banging his head around and...
Well, I picture, because he just had him by the hair there.
He's always got him by the hair.
And I picture the one scene they talk about in The Lord of the Rings, when Andy Serkis grabs Sean Bean by the back of the head, he grabs him by the hood, and he pulls on his head.
Right.
And it yanks his wig off, which is like tightly wound into his hair, so it really hurt him. And then he just like marched off set, and then
Who did?
Sean Astin, to go get his like a wig fixed and all that. And they were just like everybody's like, ugh, like it was really tense. They actually show it happen in the like the making of stuff. That, like, is he giving him a curse there? I never really
He's just like he just cannot believe Bernie is still alive.
Gave him a little Sicilian curse. I feel like he was in, like he would have been in like The People Under the Stairs or something like that.
He's like Roach's dad.
Yeah.
Look at man. You're saying like I don't understand. Like how would that? You be a little Sean Astin, be a little wimp. Give it a yank.
Well,
yank it. Pull my hair. Yank it.
See,
I'm not faking it either.
You've always had powerful hair.
Like you could literally whip me around by my hair. I think it would be totally fine.
Two things I can say about Todd, just from knowing him as well as I've known him and as intimately as we've known each other over the years. You can yank on his hair, and at a point when most people would be stinky, he smells like McDonald's apple pies. Those are two true facts about Todd.
I missed it. I can't remember what deodorant that was that he used to, and it used to turn into, it used to be like apple pie, man.
I'm like 11 minutes out of the shower and I smell like death. I'm just like, oh god. I was how Bernie smells after Weekend at Bernie's too. Like,
during the credits of Weekend at Bernie's 2, that's what you smell like.
Yeah, that's it. And that's me as soon as I finish drying off. Yeah. So I should really just travel from one shower to the next. But Bernie's the bad guy because he's tripping him.
Oh yeah, he's trying. He's like he doesn't even know he's helping. Yeah. I'm glad that they get a little excitement here at the end where this guy's trying to kill them.
Yeah, there's actually a moment.
I always love it seems to always be like the 80s movies where they're like it's a comedy but there's like action stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I know.
It's kind of an action movie.
Like that.
Perfect note too, right? Forget hitting the balls.
What is that thing? Like the 80s had things about getting hitting the balls. The high voice and the crossed eyes.
It's gonna keep.
Yeah, like,
oh yeah, ooh, and the eyes cross.
I like this little beat too, where the record player just got like jazzed a little bit.
Is that floss? Oh, good call, buddy.
It's the phone. It's the phone cord.
Oh my god, this is from Earthworm Jim.
Yeah. It's also from Toxic Avenger.
Yes.
This is called
which we're gonna do one day.
Yeah. This is called what's it called? Public domain. This is the way you could just use stuff for free.
Oh, I love that after 100 years or whatever, yeah.
God, I can't wait till songs from this time start becoming public domain and you could just use like Kanye West shit.
For nothing.
Yeah. Jesus walks.
I hope nobody does.
No.
Fuck him.
Well, he won't get money if it's public domain. That's when I want everybody to use it. He's like, nobody paid to use my music until the day it was free.
Oh, Lord.
See, and again, it's the crossed eyes. I've never saw a boxing match where the guy has eyes crossed after like Tyson punched him in the face. Never happened.
Nicely done, Lair.
I never understood that.
Yeah, what the fuck does that mean?
I'm not speaking enough.
Anybody out there? Oh, he's not dead yet, Bernie.
He just translated.
Stinking.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, you smell like Joe. That photographer, I'm pretty sure he was like an extra in a previous scene.
It's like fucking gator in the pool, man.
See, now that everybody's happy with him, so you've been pretending this guy was dead the whole time. Also a crime. So you're innocent of the murder, but you're...
What would have happened?
You've committed several crimes.
That guy did not ruin their party. Oh, he's going to the nut house, too. They had that all ready to go, eh?
Yeah.
I like that guy.
I like the idea. Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever been fitted for a straitjacket, but then also had their tie allowed to be on the outside. Like, it's like, don't worry, we'll style up your straitjacket.
Or you like to just go in yourself or kicking and screaming?
Yeah.
Oh, kicking and screaming, please.
Yes. I love it. See, that's the thing about The Simpsons. Say what you want about like how it got as it got older, stuff like that. It is still the most quotable,
absolutely
referenceable thing.
So, man, I think it's still the best written comedic show I've ever seen.
Yeah,
comedic anything.
Yeah,
3, 4, 5, 6, and
yeah.
to a lesser point 7.
Yeah,
best.
I would say up to 10.
Up to 10. Fuck it. I'm waiting though, because I'm going to be an old man, and I'm just going to go through the whole thing in the old folks' home.
I still like watching the show, and there's still funny stuff. But
I enjoyed that Simpsons 100 Days they did where Spicer like hangs himself. Did you see that thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it was a good one.
I'm just I think more than anything, it didn't get less funny. It just got. Again, now this has become news all around. Nobody knows, like everybody around him doesn't know he's dead yet, despite the fact the police have been there.
Oh, they're always there.
Yeah, true. Yeah, cocaine bust.
Oh, here comes this kid.
Can I bury you?
So that's the guy. That's the kid. Is that the same kid?
No, I don't think it's the same kid. Although I can't tell because he's wearing
got the
glasses.
shades on. I think it is him. Oh, there it is, people. Woo!
It's another one.
Terry Kisser. His name's Kisser, and he's got that mustache on the Kisser there.
It's Kaiser.
Kaiser Schuzzy.
Yeah, right? Okay, so for our extra credit thing this time, what would you use a dead body to do? And so we've already covered fuck it, so let's leave that off the list. But if you needed to accomplish something, and the only way to do it is to use somebody's dead body, and you can name the person, or if it doesn't matter, you don't have to name them.
Oh, you want to know the dead body that he used too?
Well, if it's relevant.
Okay.
If you're just like
I always like, we go back to Simpsons, but I always like the riding the dead body down the mountain.
Yeah.
You could use it as like maybe you could use a dead Olympic luger and use them as a luge.
That's probably the only way they'd want to go.
Right?
I feel like I would do the skeleton, so you have to lay face to face with him and go down head first.
The skeleton?
The skeleton's the luge where you go head first.
Oh, gotcha. You just said, like, we can't talk about fucking. You're just like, I'm doing the skeleton. And I'm like, oh, well, what the shit? You can fuck them, but I can't? Rules are broken, huh?
I have to.
Right up.
I don't have a choice.
What else? It would be good to you, like, if you need to get in somewhere, just like they just did, right?
Yeah.
The same thing.
Yeah.
You need to get into to see the Terminator's severed arm.
Yeah.
Right? Bring in Buddy with you.
And don't just cut off his finger and bring his thumb.
Yeah, bring the whole fucking shit and shaboodle, man.
Walk with him.
Yeah.
That would have been great if that's how they did. They killed Joe Morton or whatever there.
Joe Morton.
Yeah. And they,
good old Joe Morton.
They kill him and they just like bring him in with their arms around him.
What about I'd like to use the person, like those rich guys that kill all those like African animals because they're just like awful.
Yeah.
I want to use them as a shawl.
Nice.
I want it to be like for good.
Yeah. I would use the number one thing I'd use it for is the most boring thing is just carpool lane.
Carpool lane. People would
like,
do that. They would put like dummies in the seat and they'd always catch it somehow.
Somebody recently, they had like a real doll or something like that. Well, the problem is it's not believable because like usually where the cops are is near you when they can see that. And you know what?
Those are still going, those real dolls?
Yeah, they're still a thing.
Imagine getting that delivered, man.
Oh, I could.
Is that weird? Like, you know how like back in the day when you'd order pornography and it would be in an unmarked bag, which means like looks like NASA sent it. So like it's a magazine in NASA wrap. So like what could it be?
What's so funny to me is the fact that it's in an unmarked bag, like
an unmarked giant crate.
It automatically tells me that it's pornography. I was like, because it's literally anything else would say what it is.
It is a dead prostitute in a crate. Speaking of Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
You think that you could get one of those made like Bernie?
Oh god!
Isn't that one of those things?
You probably could. That would be really interesting to see, like how they would react if you like had a picture and you're like, "Can you make this?" But you have to make the creepiest story. You're like,
it's like my dead wife.
No,
or something.
It's like my dead wife, or it's like my mom died when I was young,
and I need a doll.
Yeah, and I need to know, and I need her to take care of me.
Norman Bates, baby, eat your heart out,
So I mean, that's the end of this one. I don't really know what else you want from us. It was
you can't get blood from a stone.
It was. It's a good one, and we'll probably come back to this one because it's too crazy to not do the second.
Next time, I think we should do the radio play Weekdays at Bernard's.
Yes,
it's not nearly as rambunctious, but
Yeah.
it's a good time.
It's at a low populated Hamptons
Yeah.
while everybody else is at work in
Yeah.
the big city. And nothing's happening because nobody gives a shit
Yep,
that he's dead,
exactly.
whether or not he's dead, because there's nobody there. It's just that gardener keeps going through. He's like, oh, Bernie's sleeping again. And then he goes past.
Still sleeping.
And again, I just gave that clearly Asian gardener
know,
a
right?
really weird,
What the fuck? I was kind of
vaguely
like
Mexican.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. Slightly leaning towards the Mexicali
Yeah. That's going to be
persuasion.
It's gonna be my my first stand-up special. Joe Finley, vaguely Mexican, live from the Sunset Strip. All right, well, that's the end of this one, guys. We will be back next week. We will be announcing our next one. Give you a little teaser. We're going to horror again.
Oh yeah.
Revisiting some horror.
What?
So,
Oh, we're not. Don't tell.
revisiting horrors.
Revisiting the same old horse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you come back here, Bernie? Yeah, come back here.
But I'll give you one more hint. This movie, maybe even more so the next one, but this movie
Hmm.
kind of ties in a little bit.
Kind of ties it. They all tie in.
It's true. So far, they do all tie in, and by more than just who was on Hill Street Blues. Because, by the way, the guy who plays the mobster in this, in Hill Street Blues, doing the work, doing the research for the next movie. Somebody's in Hill Street
Oh,
Blues.
of course it is, right? You know what? I got it now. Once you were like, it kind of connects. I was like, no, it does. Oh, wait, yes, it does. Big time. Yeah. Yeah, really big. Yeah.
In a very significant
Like,
way.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's just an Andrew McCarthy movie. It's just Andrew McCarthy, the documentary. All right, so tune in next week, guys. We are looking forward to seeing you. As always, we love you and nobody else but you, because nobody loves us back.
Yeah, speaking of Mexican, eh?
Why is that guy Mexican? What just happened?
Mexico City.
All right, guys, take care. Maybe. Cling, clang, clang.
Clickety clang clang.
I need a real mouse. Hey guys, donate to our show.
I need a real
so I
life.
can buy a mouse pad.
Oh my god, it's our first crowd starter.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do you call those things?
Oh, well, there's Kickstarter. It's crowdfunding.
Crowd kicking. That's what I call it. Give me money and I'll kick people in a crowd. Fuck it.
Nice. It's like a mosh pit. All
Or
right.
you pay me.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a professional mosher. All right, I did say goodnight, so I'm just gonna press. None of this will be the episode.